Get jacked and ready, double tough, because we saw John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars. So you know what that means.
Schwarzenegger grow a baby in his belly, rock a rhinestone vest while ripping Justin to Kelly. Or maybe see a burlesque show with Nick Kroll and take up over speed to hitting cruise control. J-Man, Big Paul, and the beautiful June. Gonna take you from the groove all the way to the room. Raymond games a street fighter, help to blow off steam. Just a sucker punch the odd life for Timothy Green. Sharp needles, birdemic, how we staying alive. They call me the badass and he's on the line. Cranking 88 minutes cause they cool as ice. Cause the bad Jim Barney looking kinda nice. All in June getting literal, Jason is getting laid. June is making sure all the monkey shots getting paid. There's just a bunch of movies while they're making the grade. Here's a real question for you, how did this get made?
Hello, people of Los Angeles! And hello, people of Earth! Welcome to How Did This Get Made? We are live in Los Angeles to talk about a movie that is very hard to say because it's got double plurals in it. John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars, as if there's been other Ghosts of Mars to distinguish it. You know, they say in space, no one can hear you scream. In this film, no one can hear you scream because they couldn't afford extras. The movie came out 2001 to 23% on the tomato meter and a 25% on the audience score. Now, you might be like, well, I didn't watch it. What is this movie about? Well, let me tell you. It is a movie that takes place in 2176 when a Martian police unit is sent to pick up a highly dangerous criminal at a remote mining planet. Upon arrival, the cops find that the post has become a charnel house. What is that? IMDb, what's anyone know what a charnel house is?
Stores bombs.
Oh, wow. IMDb fucking, just say fucking Martians are there. Charnel house. Well, thank you. Charnel house. That's really the best description of this movie. It leaves you wanting. Like, you could have said a million other things. Charnel house. That actually probably the best description of a movie ever, or this movie. We're going to break it all down. I mean, we're going to take you through every moment of this film in order, unlike the film. A movie that has flashbacks within flashbacks. That's the way you do it. Now, to break down this movie, I have to introduce my co-host. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Jason Mantzoukas.
What's up, jerks? Yeah! Let's go!
Welcome, Jason.
We're back in Largo.
We are back in Largo to talk about a movie that takes place in a charnel house.
Holy shit. What even the fuck was this? This is a movie, maybe the first movie we've ever done that has flashbacks inside of flashbacks inside of other characters' flashbacks. This shit is fucking impossible.
A movie that makes the bold move to do a dissolve as two characters walk 2 feet down a hallway.
Yeah.
At some point, someone's like, gotta make it quicker. They didn't even move down the hall. They just moved 2 feet faster.
Incredible stuff. This was, and I think I can say this, the very first time for the podcast that I've watched a movie on the Criterion Channel.
It is.
This movie is on Criterion right now.
What? I want to break down possibly why that is, but I need everyone out here to see their reaction. So let's bring out another fan of Ghosts and John Carpenter. Please welcome...
Ghosts of John Carpenter?
The sequel. Please welcome June Diane Raphael. Welcome, June. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Paul?
I'm well. And you know, June, I just have to bring it up before we even start the show. Been a big fan of you on
Thanks.
911 because you are...
Obsessed. We were talking about it backstage. Obsessed.
You are, in 911, if you've not been watching, in a geostorm.
That's correct.
Not like a geostorm. You are in a geostorm. They say geostorm. And you are in it, so...
And I just have to say, okay, I'm going to be so for real right now. I've heard you. I was not on the Geostorm episode. I wasn't at that show. And I know it became a big thing within the community. And
I don't like thinking about the community. Disconnect the Discord.
I have to say, and I'm not afraid to be vulnerable right now and honest. I never knew what it was.
Wow.
And I knew people would shout it out at us. We shouted it at Jason when we saw him at a cafe, and we shouted it from our minivan.
Oh, and I didn't know it was them, and they did it for minutes.
Long time.
Somebody fucking behind me is really pissing me off.
Forced you to turn around. We were the most annoying fans of you.
It was amazing.
So what's so wild is to now understand what it is and to actually be such a big part of it. You know, and to have to contend with it in the way that I do.
We talked about a geostorm. You lived through a geostorm.
I would argue that if anything deserves to be like a second look at, it's Geostorm with June on the episode.
That's interesting. I'd be happy to do it.
Sometimes people ask us, would you cover a movie again or something like that? I think the only way to do it is if you were not there and we just need those eyeballs on it.
Well, I will say, Paul really hurt my feelings, Jason, because I said, I was telling him about my work on this show, and I said, I'm going to be a macronaut. It's sort of like a, what was that, the Katy Perry, what was that called? Blue Origin. It's sort of like that. And I said, it's really great. And then Paul saw the preview, and he goes, you're in a geostorm? And I said, I guess I am. And he goes, that's why they cast you.
No, I didn't say it like that.
You said it like that.
I didn't say it like that.
They're hoping to get that How Did This Get Made bump.
They wanted the community.
The most popular show on TV. I just was saying that
you
if
said
you're
that's why they cast you. And I said, well, I think my body of work speaks for itself.
But
yes,
true.
Thank you, community members.
Of course. Now, without any further ado, we've made our triumphant return to Largo, and we could not do it without a true How Did This Get Made all-star. You know this gentleman from his tremendously amazing body of work that includes shows like Big Mouth and The League. Please welcome Mr. Nick Kroll!
Boo! Boo!
Welcome back, Nick. You are.
Nick's mic's not on.
Wait, let's see. Is it not on here? I got a backup mic over here. Let's see if we can give you that. All right, how's that work?
Good.
Better.
Sorry, I was just talking about the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
By the way, you were great. I got to watch your set.
Thank you.
I bought the pay-per-view of the whole event. It was really fun.
It was so funny. Heads were rolling. I'm back, baby.
Ghosts of Mars, a movie that I watched twice. Because...
What?
Yeah. Because at one point I was like, am I missing something? And
I wonder that every movie we do.
And I think kind of yes and kind of no. And I want to answer this thing. Jason said he watched it on the Criterion channel, right? You can get that on the app. It's a great service. I love it.
I didn't know movies like this. I thought, okay.
I'm just as shocked as you were.
Okay, I didn't know.
Well,
okay.
You might be surprised. A little fun fact that Luca Guadagnino, the director of Challengers, Call Me By Your Name, included John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars on his New York Times list of the 10 best movies of the 21st century.
What are you talking talking about.
Just want to throw it out there.
Because that's genuinely heartbreaking.
It's an odd one, and I found that in my little bit of research, it's a movie that people really go to bat for, and then other people are like, I am severing ties with you because of this opinion.
Mm-hmm. What could those people be saying?
Well,
there's nothing to go to bat for.
Well, there is certain. I feel like this movie gets maybe a pass from people simply because, at the very least, it's a John Carpenter movie. So
how do you know that it's a John Carpenter movie?
Because my guy's going to tell you every time you look at the title.
We got to make sure that people do not get confused. This is John Carpenter's
The
Ghost
Butler.
of Mars.
Yeah.
I'm always wary of movies where they drop a bunch of exposition before I know I'm supposed to pay attention.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wait, I didn't hear any of that. I just watched that and then I went back and rewound it, and yes, it's 2176. Mars has been terraformed, and it has a matriarchal society, which doesn't seem to play into much of anything else in the film.
But the panel
is all women.
It's all women. So... there you go.
Check. Done. We did it. Yeah, there is, and the movie starts off like all great space movies: techno music and a train.
Train. I want to talk. I guess I'd like to start with the train, if that's okay.
Sure.
Please. And I'm just gonna jump to the end real quick because
just like the movie,
I was amazed. Yep, that's right. Right. There's so many flashbacks within flashbacks within flashbacks. It's hard to kind of keep track of where we were, but at the point where we really need that train to move, like we got to get the fuck out of there. I'm like, wow. In this future, we have the technology to go to Mars, but we don't have the technology to make trains go faster than 4 miles an hour.
Yeah. None of the transportation moves faster than, I'm going to say, a bird scooter.
Yes.
Like everything, when they finally manage to get in the transport and all they need to do is drive to the train, it should be like, but they are easily swarmed by slow moving
And you know what I
zombies?
thought? Can I just say something? Because I just was in space, Nick, if you'll allow me.
I wanted your expert opinion on this.
If I could be a woman on a panel for a second.
Sure.
Everything was moving so slowly in the transportation that I did think, is this a gravity issue? Are we not able to push
this
for some
is an interesting
reason?
Gravity issue that would allow a train to move slow, but a hot air balloon to stay on track, no problem.
Also,
hot air balloon on Mars.
Yes. I loved that. I loved it. I'm also having so much trouble figuring out, when do they need breathing help and when do they not need breathing help?
That was they explained that early on, right? With one sentence, and then
they say something about the oxygen goggles. Here, let's see here. I can play the little clip here.
Oxygen goggles does sound like a Bob Duke.
I was going to say
item. Oxygen goggles.
Rookies, use your breathers. We're not going to have air like Earth for 10 more years. Let's go.
10 more years?
And the goggles
they don't cover the nose.
Right?
They just call the glasses breathers.
Yes.
The glasses are breathers. Come on now.
And this is all they kind of say is like...
You'll get used to it. 2 years ago, we were still wearing full face breathers.
Yeah, it takes about a month to get over the headaches out here.
Yeah.
I mean...
What?
I just think why did the breathers just stay over the eyes? Like, just give me a little thing over the nose. Give me, anything.
Well, I guess, June, as someone, again, who has spent a lot of time at this point in space.
Go ahead.
Is it possible that more oxygen is passed through the eyeballs and eye sockets than through the respiratory, natural, what we would think of as respiratory system?
I mean, as far as I know, the eyes they're an opening to the body, so it's a good question.
That's good. I'm going to write that down.
Are the tear ducts
so it's possible.
connected to your lungs at all?
Yeah, that's such a good question. I'm sure... I'm sure you could breathe through your eyes in the future.
Mm-hmm. True.
You know?
I have a related question, June.
What's up?
If you ever brush your teeth in the shower and you get a little toothpaste on your finger and then you mistakenly rub your eye, do you think the eye tastes the mint?
I don't know about that, but you can smell through your eyes. I know that.
There you go. So that's why it's the breathers.
Yeah,
I think only lunatics brush their teeth in the shower.
By the way, I totally agree.
Never been on board with that. I didn't understand it. I don't
do
get
it all the time.
Really?
I smoke cigars in there.
Well, you are talking to a person who has decorated our shower to be less lonely.
I get lonely in there. And to me, it's a long time to spend with your own thoughts. So I was on a very strange TikTok algorithm about just like people who struggle with, and I'm very hygienic, but struggle with that time alone in the shower.
Loneliness.
It's another Bob Duca malady. Shower loneliness.
It was a very strange wormhole I was in, but a lot of people suggested bringing plants in.
Sure.
And then I found a small lamp.
A lamp.
And I realized I can put a candle in here. And so now I have a lamp, a lovely little lamp on a shelf. And then I built another shelf. There's a candle on there. That
some
goes
crystals.
on. Some crystals, yeah.
Some crystals, a Billy Crystal standee.
All I do is bump into things in the shower. Anytime I lift my arm, I'm knocking over shelves. Lamps are falling on me. My movement is constricted. I have to almost
sound like a very crowded shower.
I literally raised my hand the other day and punched that shelf so hard. I was like, and I'm like, now I'm hurt in the shower.
Do you listen to anything in the shower?
Yes, I do listen to my podcast friends, of course.
Okay.
You listen to your own podcast?
Yes. To the sounds of Jessica St. Clair, Jason Mantzoukas.
Here's the thing I'll say about this movie. Yeah, the breathers, whatever. I'm more concerned on why Natasha Henstridge wears a nice sweater that gets... It looks like she wakes up as a catalog model. She has just been in knife fights with ghost humans.
Mutants? I don't know. Something.
She has the smallest nick on her neck, as if she was shaving, and yet her sweater is pristine. And she seems to not have any real gear on top of it. Sometimes the sweater's on, sometimes she's wearing a jacket. But that
it's
sweater
more of a
really...
long sleeve tee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Than a sweater.
A mock turtleneck?
Yeah. I mean, what I wanted to really know about her was what drug is she taking?
Yes.
What
Clear?
is that?
Clear.
I'm sorry?
Oh, is that what it's called?
Called Clear.
Okay,
yeah.
but what?
I have it here listed as TSA pre. Worth it.
That was pretty good.
She is weirdly kind of dressed like a Clear employee, right?
Yeah, she feels formal, but she's not wearing a uniform, and I like that.
I would love to know what... Wait, Paul, can you tell me if you have it in there? How many years is this from the movie Aliens?
Well,
Which this movie is so heavily...
2001.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when this
This
movie
movie came out in the 2000s?
2001.
Oh,
This movie
wow.
came out in August 2001.
Yes.
It's fair to say it's responsible for 9/11.
I think so.
They saw it, and they were like, that's it. We got to go in there. We got to shake shit
They've
up.
reached the pinnacle of their culture.
Yeah.
Everything was going fine on those flights, but they played this movie on the in-flight entertainment.
We expected more from John Carpenter.
I will say that there's a time period between 2000 and 2010 that I feel like we can't accept movies on this podcast came out during that decade.
It's true.
It's never not absolutely shocking.
This movie I genuinely felt like you were going to say, like, this movie came out in 1987.
Well, I also will say, as a bald man, I'm always watching bald people, how they've made their choices.
Yeah.
And what a great choice for Jason Statham to be like, no. Get this fucking peach fuzz out of here.
Yeah.
I got to
man.
shave this dome because it does not... That kind
It's
of
so
bald
rare.
does not look good.
It's so rare
Yeah.
to see him with that much hair, so much so that you see it thinning.
Yes.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, there it is.
No, yeah, he's a man that is going bald. Like it's a lot of it is left town. It's also his first on-screen kiss. So,
oh wow,
he's getting close.
And that's because you still keep that website?
I keep a website called First Kiss and Last Bald. So it's before you go full bald. And First Kiss, Last Bald it's a beautiful website.
It's Bonfire of the Vanity.
I wish this became the future of Jump the Shark. It's one of those, you know what I mean? It's one of those First Kiss, Last Balds where...
When they went to space, it was totally First Kiss, Last Bald.
But this cast is like all of my favorite people.
Bangers.
Like 100%. And none of them seem to be excited to be there ultimately. I did read an interesting fact that this was written as a sequel to Escape from New York, Escape from LA, and this would be Escape from Mars.
But I did almost zero research to be told by someone else who did research that is not true.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, there we go.
Blank check said it was not true. That's who I heard it on. Because I was trying to do research to do this podcast.
And you're listening to the Blank Check podcast?
Yeah, it's so great. Honestly, I'm sorry if I could do this. You guys at home, you guys here in the theater, you're stuck here. But if you're listening to this podcast home, go check out the Blank Check podcast.
Wait a second.
Take on Ghosts of Mars.
Listen, if you're gonna listen to it, listen to maybe the used car episode.
Yeah. Jason and I are on that. That's a good one.
But if you like the used car episode, check out their Blank Check episode.
Wait, the episode about Blank Check, the movie Blank Check?
Yeah. I will say Ice Cube is dressed like Snake. Yes. He's wearing the same black top.
I thought you were going to say, but Ice Cube he's Grace Under Fire in this movie.
This is, and I do feel like this movie, the characters I love are so dumb. And I think that's why I don't like them at all, because they walk into this town that is so aggressively a ghost town. Like, there's no signs of life. And they're like, people must be partying on the inside of these buildings. Like, no.
They are a military unit. They are the police, rather. They are all kitted out. They don't show any tactical acumen whatsoever. They don't have a plan. They don't know they never make a plan. They are freestyling at every turn, and every single one of them dies. Except for Natasha Henstridge, right?
Who is, I guess her secret weapon is being super high?
Yes. Which, in that moment, give everybody those drugs.
Yes. Well, it's weird because she doesn't, but that's not even her superpower, because Jason Statham gives them to her and stuffs it down her mouth.
Oh, right.
Yes.
She doesn't think to do that, and they don't think to take them for themselves.
Nope. They just put it in her mouth and then lock her outside. But then the other thing is, this, to your point, Paul, about how dumb people are, how dumb this unit is. Even long after they've figured out that if they kill someone who's got a ghost inside of them, the ghost exits and goes into someone else, probably one of them.
Yeah,
right?
well, whoever's in front of them.
They still are just killing people. They're just killing people, letting all the ghosts loose. Contain them. Contain the ghosts. That's it.
Well, but they are in they're sort of between a rock and a hard place, Jason, because if they don't kill them, they will be killed by them.
Clea Duvall kills that man who is in a cell. He's not doing anything. And then she's like, I guess I got to shoot this guy, which is true police brutality. In that moment, maybe there's a remedy. Maybe there's a cure. He wasn't almost out. And then when they say, why'd you do that? She's like,
fuck this guy.
Fuck him.
She goes, fuck this guy. Crazy.
I also, I texted Clea Duvall.
Did you?
This, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I did a lot. What I'm saying is I did
you did a lot of research.
Wow, you got in a lot of,
and I watched almost half the movie.
Oh.
She said she had a blast making it. 2 months in the desert.
Great.
Night
shoots.
John Carpenter didn't like to shoot early, didn't like to get going before 11.
They said that, I
love it.
Required night shoots because he's a night person.
Yeah.
And so when they were shooting nights and it was night out, that made sense. But then when they moved back to LA, he's like, we're going to keep that night schedule. We're on sets. He's like, I'm a night person.
Well, he did the music, and music business people tend to be They really like to make their night owls, right?
Yeah, he did do the music on this movie.
Oh, he does the music on all of his movies.
Yes, and he called in like a crazy crew of people to like help him out from like Anthrax and Guns N' Roses and Buckethead, and the Cars. Like here's
what I'll say: John Carpenter still tours. I believe he's playing here in a couple. Or did he just play? Or is it just okay? So like. These are iconic soundtracks, and to see him play them live is bananas. So
it's great. He's even made soundtracks for movies that he hasn't made.
Let me ask a question about
That's
the
true.
ghosts.
It sounds like a joke, but it's true.
Let me ask a question about the ghosts for a second. To the group, to the
panel.
The
Ghosts of Mars?
Is it the ghosts of Mars or the ghost of Mars?
No, ghosts. It's John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars.
I still don't know what the answer was. Is there an S or not? Is it a plural or no?
A plural. It's
okay, thank
you. Multiple ghosts.
It's a possessive and a plural.
So
yeah, John Carpenter's
right,
ghosts.
Because they belong to him.
Yes,
they're not. They're not his ghost.
But is it
John Carpenter's Ghost of Mars?
Or is it John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars, as if the of Mars belong to the ghosts?
Like so, ghosts. Oh. I mean, this is something. Maybe that's why Luca Guadagnino likes it so much. Just
the layers.
So many questions.
Well, I guess this does go to my question because I didn't know. Ultimately, we find out that the scientist with the spiky hair who arrived via weather balloon was.
And when her weather balloon blows up, by the way, I guess they shot it once. Like, can we just like loop it back? Like they rewind it and fast forward it to make it look longer. Like bloop, 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 bloop. Like it keeps.
So she let go of, she found that tunnel and opened the Pandora's box. Yeah. The tunnel that seemed like it was very nicely designed.
Yeah.
Also,
well,
just like had a nice aesthetic to it.
Did you say when she opens a tunnel that just, it is beautiful, looks nice, but you're like, not human made.
Yeah, it looks...
Well, it looks human made.
It looks pretty human.
Yeah,
that was the thought I had. I was like, wow, aliens are just like us.
Except that when they talk, it sounds like... But
okay, so that's my question, actually,
like, what
Jason.
Is this language?
I don't know, and my interpretation and my reading was that actually, because we did get to see, I think, we saw the ghost point of view in the red ghost cam.
Yeah.
And where we got
ghost cam,
where we got to follow, we got to be. It felt like we were the ghost.
I don't know about you, but I felt chills.
Okay.
Is it a ghost cam? Or is it red because they've ripped off people's faces and the blood from the skin of the faces is?
Oh.
Well, that was.
Ew, that's in the movie. I'm not being gross.
Yeah. I assumed it was red because the mist is red.
Oh.
And the red, isn't Mars the red planet?
Mars is the red planet. Okay. I know that from some of my work in the solar system. But
no spoilers.
What I felt when we were in the ghost cam, that it was rather peaceful and it wasn't moving so frantically. We were kind of tracking and smooth movements. But then when we saw the humans possessed by the ghost, they were acting a fool. They were crazy chaos monsters.
Filing their teeth.
No, I don't. I actually can't talk about what. No, Jason, I can't talk about what they were doing.
It's like,
I can't talk about what they were doing.
How did they find so many files?
They were also.
But it felt.
I mean, I guess it's a mining colony.
It felt like they were.
They were piercing cheeks.
They were still
They're piercing
human.
fingers.
I hate them so much. But it didn't feel like that was the ghost.
Right,
well,
the ghost.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not the ghost.
The ghosts take over these miners. Hundreds and hundreds of miners. So many miners. The ghosts take them over. But yes, I agree with what June is. The sentiment, which is, why did the ghosts... We ever see, I don't think, representation of the Martians of the past,
no.
right?
No.
So are we to assume that the filing of the teeth... We do?
In Natasha Henstridge, in her flashback, when she takes the drug, I feel like she goes in. You get their story a little bit.
You don't think she's seeing the?
You see the form, and the form does not look
because
like
the ghosts have the ghosts.
And we can watch and see if we can.
By the way, this is a masturbation scene.
I guess it is a sweater, Paul. It is a sweater.
Exclusively a masturbation scene.
All right, so we're seeing.
So this was when they were pirates and conquistadors.
So hot.
Fish.
So is that a
What's
horse?
that?
Oh,
what was
that?
What was
fish
that?
people. Fish people.
That was fish people.
Oh,
What's
that looks
that?
like a shark.
That looked
like a shark.
What? Oh yeah.
What's that?
They look like there's some fish
Can we
people in
frame
here.
by frame?
Oh yeah,
this?
that's a fish person.
That was
That
just
looked
a
like-
Martian.
that
That
was-
was an alien.
That was for sure Abe Sapien.
This was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I believe this is the fish man from The Shape of Water's first movie.
Oh yeah. Also Abe Sapien.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looked like
Go right
an
back,
orca.
Paul, to
There's
just-
definitely an orca in there.
Yeah, there's
Right there.
That's an orca.
Yeah, that's a shark.
That's an orca. For sure. What?
That's a shark. Or an orca. That's orca, yeah.
What is happening?
And Mars notably does not have a lot of water.
And doesn't it seem like this is what she's thinking about while she jerks off?
Yeah.
Orca. Oh, orca.
Oh, orca. Oh, lizard guy.
there we
Oh,
go.
look, all the
and then,
water.
By the way, the big
All the water.
splash of wave.
Now,
What's interesting is why do the Martians have such a memory of water on a waterless planet? Is it just that that's how old it is?
Or
Probably.
yeah, I mean,
Because fucking Jason, when back in the day, Mars was all water, and when it exploded, all of the orcas got shot to Earth,
And I think you're right, Nick.
leaving just the red clay behind. You fucking idiot.
wow. You know, and this is why
Fuck.
I'm glad you listened to Blank Check, because this is kind of the facts that we needed. We don't get fact-checked enough, and now we get it. I will say this.
You know, we get away with too much.
Dude.
Nick, thank you for coming on the show and setting us straight.
Talking some orca truth, I will say the big leader, which, you know, is out of body proportion from everyone else. Where did he come from? Like, did he just be
That's
like
just a minor, right?
No.
a giant ass minor? Everyone
Gotta
else
be.
is like a human. He's
Gotta
like, I'll
be.
find this weird fucking creature and I'll be him.
I think that's got to be it. What other
Jason.
reason is there?
That guy
Is-
is an alien.
He's gotta be.
If we see a picture of his chest, Paul,
Yeah, his
it
chest is what was getting
seems
me.
like he has low boobs.
Well, what he's got? I believe he has like a human jaw.
Yeah.
They're all wearing parts of other people, which
Yes.
make them seem like there's the woman who has hands as a bra, right? Some other person's hands right?
Oh, it's very like a call, like a
I
nod to
thought
Janet
someone was
Jackson for the Super
holding
Bowl.
her
Yes.
boobs.
Can I-
Okay.
Can I say if I were one of them, I would have taken Pam Grier's boobs and made them my own?
Yes. You can
Okay.
say that, Nick.
You can say
Can I
that.
say that?
I don't like you looking at me so intensely and like holding eyes saying it, but you can say it.
By the
Now-
way, Pam Grier killed off screen a major character. We don't see her death.
but
We're just kind of
Paul-
left to be like, what happened? And then all of a sudden we just watch her head just be put on a pike, which apparently was done practically and to much pain of Pam Grier. Like,
Wait,
they
she
built-
actually had to get beheaded?
Well, they built a very special rig for her, and it was apparently incredibly painful. But they were able to create all the other heads next to her for no. Like, again,
See, here's the thing. There's
so much
certain
work.
choices. There were a couple choices that were made in this movie that I absolutely loved.
Okay.
And I loved that we didn't see her death. I loved that we had to paint a picture for ourselves based on her final expression in her resting place, which was, I laughed so hard that her face was, it was so funny.
She was hitting on Natasha Henstridge, right?
Yeah.
Right.
She was sexually harassing her. And that's why...
Thank you.
That's why the commentary on it's a matriarchal society was tough for me, because I felt like they were trying to say, you guys are just as fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I was
well, clearly these women didn't solve the problem of ghosts of Mars. They just let it happen.
Yeah, that's what happens in a matriarchy. The ghosts take over all the gigantic mutant miners.
At the end of the court case, the person's like, I guess we just say what? There were ghosts on Mars? Guilty.
When the guy chopped his own thumb off trying to open the can.
That scene in the movie.
I was like, what on earth are we up to?
That's what I'm saying.
Was that because he took his nitrous?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then he also blew himself up with a hand grenade.
But I thought that yes, he had the nitrous, but I also thought he was just trying to impress somebody and just messed up. I feel like when you were a kid, didn't you ever try to do that thing that they did in Aliens where you put the knife between your fingers and stuff like that? I just feel like he was trying to...
I feel like you were setting yourself up for a story. Did you do that?
I mean, yeah, I did it. But, I got all 5. It was... I had one of those knives that had, the retractable retractable blade.
Yeah.
So he did that a lot at lunch. And then, and you would even hit yourself more often than not. I'll tell you that much. Because you would have no fear with the retractable blade. And you're like, well, I can do it now. You can't.
I couldn't understand the ghosts' rules. In my mind, ghosts can go anywhere.
Sure.
These ghosts are bound by the physical world. They can't go through doors. They can't go through windows. They can't go through bars.
Neither can orcas.
My question was, at one point, one of the ghosts gets loose, right? When they're in the jail, in the structure rather, and the ghost could go into anybody, and it goes into one of the guys in a prison cell. And I'm like, this ghost is a fucking idiot. Because now all this guy does is peel his own skin off in a prison cell. Why not take over any of the good people who are outside with guns?
Jason, who are you to judge who the best host for the ghost is?
Ghost host.
Ghost host. I do believe that, what I like about the aliens is we will infect you and then we'll destroy your body because we feel like you are a piece of shit. And I like that energy.
Can we talk about the allegory of this? That is it an allegory for
what did
Al Gorey?
Yeah,
the former vice president.
This is 2001. He's just lost Bush v. Gore.
Yep.
And what is Allegory? What's the Allegory element to this?
Listen, it's an inconvenient truth that these miners...
Absolutely. We got to move to Mars.
There's a lot of hanging... There's a lot of
no more breathable air
on those posts.
Well, there seems to be some sort of... But it's not... I can't quite get the moral of it, which is if you invade... If you try to take dominion over someone else's land, then...
Yeah,
these
I guess that's it, right?
They'll get you back.
Right, because I do think that there are some Native American themes in this. Not put out fully in front, but I feel like that's what they're going for in a way.
Right, but then it's but the moral is that they're gonna be shitty about it once it doesn't make any you don't quite get what
at the
what
end,
are they
they're
saying?
basically Mars isn't theirs anymore, it's ours. And it's wait a minute, did the bad guy the bad guys I think are winning. I'm rooting for the ghosts.
It also seems like when they got to Mars, they were all dead. It wasn't we got to Mars, we killed all of them, and then we started terraforming. It was we got to Mars, it was a dead planet, and then the ghosts were whoa, we're still here. We're ghosts. Respect us.
We're just in search of corporeal forms.
Yeah, I do think that that's the interesting part of the moral question mark, because they are ghosts after all. They're not, they couldn't enjoy the resources of this planet if they wanted to
their own devices,
they'd still be in that tunnel, that very nicely designed tunnel.
They're floating around, or even if they got out and there's no bodies,
it seems like they're in some sort of like crypt or like underground. Like have they been trapped or like what's the?
Well, they clearly were.
This?
Well, you see, all right. Here's my lore that I've been writing on Reddit about it. There was a species on Mars that encountered this very violent tribe of people. And they condemned them to this underground tomb. And they were like, lock it away because these are bad people. But then these dummies from Earth come and they're like, what's this tomb? Open it up. And then they let it out again. So they are repeating it's like, oh, the people already solved it for you, but you're opening it up. Right. I mean, right there, I think that there's
those ghosts are stuck in there in that tomb. They got to wait for somebody
to
fall.
I think you're right. I absolutely think you're right. I'm just upset that the ghosts didn't obey ghost rules. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they're really ghosts in that sense. They weren't like going through stuff. They just were.
I do think you're right because that one ghost. We met a couple of prisoners in the holding cell, and all of them are interesting characters. And when we're in the ghost cam, he does, or she does decide to take the body of the least interesting guy.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I want to see.
But they're wind, right? I think they're just finding whoever. They're just going to the front. They're just going like, who's in front?
No, there's a number of occasions where they go and it's almost like a Goldilocks.
Yeah, it's like, not you. That's in that scene.
Oh.
Not quite right.
But then why does why does she vomit out the ghost? Like, does the ghost like, oh, you're too high?
I think the ghost didn't like all the drugs. The ghosts are anti-drug.
Yeah, they're straight edge.
They're straight edge. Didn't you notice everybody when the ghost took them over had X's on their hands? Yeah. They're all straight edge. They're all going to hardcore shows.
Okay, but that's actually... It is interesting because it does seem like... I don't know if you're possessed by a ghost, if you're not possessed by a ghost, like... Everybody seems to be on drugs, though.
Yes.
So it was interesting, like, what is she taking?
But by the way...
Why are you looking right at me? I did not give her those drugs.
I mean, I will tell you that she said that she improvised that. This is from...
it's a major plot point.
But you know, Natasha, you guys did level 1 together at UCB,
That's true.
right?
She's always coming up with things that people then want to...
She said it's a combo of acid and ecstasy. And I feel like everyone is saying, like, you are fucking wasted. And I can't see a more... Like,
she seems
wide awake,
absolutely
clean
present.
Face, like,
she absolutely present.
She looked like
lucid.
10 hours last night. Like, she looked ready to go. Doesn't look beaten down.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Oh, and when she suffers injuries, they look great.
Yeah.
It's just like a little cut here and a little cut here. Otherwise, she looks great. Meanwhile, Clea Duvall's out here getting beheaded by someone who threw like a circular saw blade at her. I think multiple people get beheaded because someone frisbees a circular saw blade at them and they're like, head gone, goodbye.
So quickly, like no resistance at all.
Yes.
I will say that if we're talking about props, Scott, our producer, found this prop of giant film reel and some lights.
Yeah.
So at one point, maybe there was a movie studio on Mars as well. They seem to be walking.
Well, no, this is where they faked the moon landing.
I will say in this movie that takes place on Mars, that when they say his name, they're like, whoa, he's a bad dude. It's like, you know about this guy who's been accused of murder 3 times and gotten off because of self-defense. Seems to me like that wouldn't be the top of the food chain of bad guys. Like, oh, self-defense. Like,
and that's why what I needed, the only thing I needed, otherwise it's a perfect movie. The only thing I needed was a little bit more of an understanding of like what's our main character's name?
Oh, our main character's name? It is it's Melanie. Melanie.
I needed
By the way,
to
I will
understand.
say the audience all got it wrong too. A lot of different names out there.
Somebody here
Melanie
got it.
Ballard.
I needed to understand why she needed to keep him under her dominion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Why not leave him?
Why did they have to
Why do you
separate-
care?
Because she knows that he's wrongly accused. And she says that to him. She says, like, look, I'm going to bring you back because that's my job, but I don't think you did it.
But she still insists that she's going to bring him back.
Yes, when he handcuffs her at the end,
which
I was like, this is so strange. He pulls her arm so far. I'm like, at some point, she has to be like, what are you doing?
Why am I agreeing to this?
Meanwhile, she has her gun right here with the other hand.
Easy
what's
peasy.
What's the point of this?
Well,
I guess the thing that confounds me, though, is the world is ending around her. Like, we've got bigger alien fish to fry.
The ghosts of Mars are here.
Yeah.
I mean, they also set off a nuclear device. They blew up
That's right.
A nuclear... So wait, okay, I had a question. The tribunal, right? That is also on Mars?
And that's matriarchal.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Like, I would say
the matriarchal tribunal...
is like, say that's in New York, and this is probably happening in California. Like, that's what I feel like.
But it's all on Mars.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, they don't even mention, like, you set off a multiple ton nuclear explosion on the planet we currently reside on as a matriarchy. They don't even ask her about it.
I mean, I think that she makes some very odd choices. Like when Jason Statham is like, I brought you in here to like fucking hit on you. And she's like, cool, I like it. I'm like, what? When did that happen?
At one point, we're in her flashback for most of the movie because she's telling the story to the tribunal. Inside of her flashback, we go into Jason Statham's flashback.
Which is a talent.
Where he's talking about, he sees Pam Grier's head, and then he finds the guys who are looking for Cube in the shed. At which point, we go into Cube's brother's flashback. We are 4 flashbacks deep, currently, from the reality, which is the present tense scene is only ever the tribunal.
And I think the way that they justify that is because at one point she's like, I only know what they told me. So I feel like she's like, yeah, and so, well, we were in there. Jason Statham was out there, and he sees her head, and he's like, what? But what's so interesting is that, I was talking to Ice Cube, and his brother... really interesting backstory on him. He, like, she's like telling a real, like, yeah, but where were you? No, hold on. So when he was young, he had a tricycle. It was a really cool tricycle.
It would be amazing if it was revealed that, what's it called? Usual Suspects at the end. She's made the whole story up.
Oh my God.
None of that happened.
She rips off her blonde face, like, and kills the guy.
She's filed all of her teeth down.
And she's like, I'm a man. We've beat you.
I genuinely...
The matriarchal society.
Yes. Are you leaving?
I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to the audience. I'm going to see what the audience has to say. And I have some gifts for the audience as well. Well, we have some great people out here tonight. All right. Jafar is here, and Jafar is in costume. So, again...
Wow. Great work, Jafar.
Amazing.
With the hand bra.
Oh, yeah. Incredible.
Full great costume here. Amazing costume. Job well done. All right, so what do you want to bring to the table? You have a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. So once again, I watched all of the special features on the DVD.
Thank you.
A lot of great stuff. So John Carpenter says the reason he made it a matriarchal society was literally just because he wanted to set up Natasha Henstridge and Pam Grier making out at some point, and he thought he would have an easier time convincing everyone if it was like part of the ethos of the universe that they were in. So that's
smart.
fun.
It's a chess match.
Yep.
But the only kiss, right? The only kiss is between her and Statham, right?
Yeah. But they have like the sexual tension thing. They might have filmed more. I don't know.
Get it together.
And then the other thing is Natasha Henstridge was actually cast like a week before they started shooting, and her role was originally going to be played by Courtney Love, who was,
love that.
Interesting.
Courtney loved that.
Samesies. Yeah, but the reason she wasn't able to is because her boyfriend at the time ran over her foot with a Volvo. And so she had to pull out at the last second, and then they called in Natasha Henstridge.
Oh, that's a terrible thing to have happen. A real failure of the pull-out method.
That's probably Worst thing that's happened to Courtney Love in a relationship.
Definitely. Can't imagine anything else.
Oh, and the fact that we know it was a Volvo is somehow so much less
She was
cool.
dating like a local professor from like a small liberal arts college.
She was visiting Phillips Exeter.
Teaching
Why
the
was he in a
11th grade
Volvo?
honors English class. He's driving like a boxy maroon Volvo.
All right, what do we got over here? Okay, you lean over to me. Okay, perfect. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Amy. I just wanted to point out that in the credits, the scary, like, white-faced Martian guy was called Big Daddy Mars. Just wanted to see if that's an apt nomer for him.
I love Big Daddy Mars.
Daddy Mars.
Big Daddy.
That's when I think is like the host, the ghost knew that he was the host with the most.
Yes.
And so I think that was the leader ghost, and he was like, that's Big Daddy Mars.
For sure.
I'm going to get myself over there.
It also seemed like...
I'm going to slide right into his ear.
Maybe Big Daddy Mars had been the leader when they were corporeal in the past, maybe.
Correct.
Oh, definitely.
And then he found the biggest miner.
You leave that big miner for me.
I'm Big Daddy Mars.
Have you guys watched that reality show, Biggest Miner?
And I have.
I watched a documentary about it, and it was actually really terrible what they did to those miners.
They made them so small.
Some of them are back being miners now. Or I should say, not being miners. Hi. What's your name? What's your question?
Ryan, when they were at the ghost rally and the Big Daddy was swinging the sword, were those just the beheadings or was something else going on there? I was really unclear.
Yes, it was beheadings.
Okay, all right.
Why do they want to put so many heads on sticks? They're hanging people up from the ceiling. Like, that's a lot of work, a lot of energy, a lot of effort.
It is, and that's why I continue to question these ghosts, because
what do they want?
It's like that's so extra of them. Like, if they're just trying to get from host to host, like, why that fanfare?
Well, I think, aren't they saying at the end, like, oh, they see us as like a disease here and they're trying to wipe us out kind of thing, right? Okay.
Again, that's fine, but why put our heads all facing in the same direction?
I agree. What's the message?
Because I don't think they fully... I feel like they've integrated with humanity in certain ways. So they are these ghosts have taken this human form, but they've still integrated some human behaviors into their
like beheadings
and stakes.
Wow, they've really taken the worst of us, huh?
This is a fact that I just made up. This is that is where George R.R. Martin got the idea for the heads on the stakes for Game of Thrones, as you watched John Carpenter's.
Yes,
he also put it on that list.
From the heads on the stakes and challengers. That's what Luca Guadagnino was inspired by.
Originally, the tennis balls were supposed to be heads. Here's the thing: the heads on stakes are often put outside, like a town, right? And to be like, don't come in here because it's what we do to bad people. You know, like it's to scare away people. But if it's a whole town of these ghosts,
it looked like just a cemetery. Like this is where
so they want to respect the dead.
I'll be honest, it did not feel well thought through, and I don't mind saying it.
All right, that is a fair point. We all disagree with you.
But
yes.
can I just say, as someone, like, all I could think about was Pam Grier having to do that full face prosthetic, like, makeup. The makeup. It wasn't her head, right?
It was.
That's the thing. They made it. They built a rig, so they did not want to spend money on the prosthetic.
They didn't have to do a life cast.
So she had to stand there with her mouth open next to a prosthetic of Harry Knowles from Ain't It Cool News.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What on earth is this movie?
It's not on Earth.
All right, yeah.
What on Mars?
All right, where we got? Here we go.
If you were the last ghost on Mars.
Hi, what's your name? What's your question?
My name is Dan, and we were talking about the vehicles earlier. I want to talk about the battering ram, because that was a full-size metal vehicle being pushed by like 4 people that somehow broke through the prison front door.
Right. Guys, battering ram, thoughts, questions, answers? What do you got?
I don't think you're accounting for ghosts having like super strength.
Yeah.
Like you should see what an orca can lift.
Again, like if I threw even a very sharp rotary saw blade at you, maybe it would lodge. Maybe the fact that it's able to cleave off a head, severing the spine, is for a clean shot. Like, brrr. Well, so they're so strong.
And I will just say, like, we don't know, but when you have someone motivating you, like Big Daddy Mars, you know, like win one for the Gipper, like Newt Rockney level, and his speech, Jason, I think you do it probably best.
He's like. It really is like they so often talk about creating actual languages for Game of Thrones, for Lord of the Rings.
This is where George R. R. Martin got the idea for that language.
They're just like, just do a bunch of gibberish. Who cares? We got it.
He's saying win one for the Gipper.
All right, you have a good notebook here. What do you got?
Well, this is something I kind of just was thinking about hearing Big Daddy Mars. Is this just an allegory of matriarchal versus patriarchal society? Ooh. That's what's at stake here?
Big Daddy Mars versus yes, mommy.
I don't know, because the matriarchal society seems very patriarchal. And I think that's what he's trying to say. And to that, I'm like, let us try.
Yeah.
Once.
He would let you try, but you're too busy making out with each other. That's what would happen. Not like men who don't make out with each other. That's how we figured it out. Hey, what's your question?
I just want to say I saw on IMDb that John Carpenter said that Natasha Henstridge downplayed some of the flashback framing sequences, and she replied that he should have directed her better.
Well, I read that. I read this quote as well, and I didn't understand. Downplayed it. Like, I don't know how you like downplay a scene that you're acting in. It's like she didn't act it. I guess like
she downplayed the flashback.
Yeah, so when she was,
it was all a flashback.
Like the trial.
Tribunal?
But I don't know how you downplay. Yeah, I mean, I've never heard that term. Like, oh, she really downplayed that scene. Like she's just testifying.
Well, I think it's because they shot them. From my understandings, they shot all of the flashback stuff, right? And then she fully improvised the tribunal scenes, and she downplayed what had happened in those scenes. So then they had to go back and reshoot all of the flashbacks
to make it match
based on her performance and what she improvised as what had happened.
Now it makes sense. All right, there it is. Wow, now that, so that really...
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't just reshoot the tribunal scene.
No,
that was one location and just
That's
like
one
two
of those,
setups.
It's impossible.
They got it.
Disrespectful to the actor.
Yeah. That was in the can. So they had to go back and reshoot to match to how much she had downplayed what had happened.
Obviously, we had opinions about this movie, but there are people out there with a different opinion, and it is now time for Second Opinions.
Hi, my name's Ned. Well, the train from Shining Canyon is coming, running slowly up those tracks. And we'll learn about the space cop on board, but we'll do it in multiple flashbacks. Well, they went to pick up Ice Cube from jail, but they got there, it turned out that everyone had gone insane. Oh, baby, Statham wants to fuck everyone, and Cube's little two-gun run isn't gonna do much good. Oh, Science Lady had a hot air balloon, which is a real weird thing to only see in a single flashback. Oh, everything is exploding now. It's a standoff, and Pam Grier's head on a spike, and this town's looking like an abattoir. 'Cause that rolling red mist, baby, we're the ghosts of Mars.
Yeah! Thank you.
Wow.
Springsteen in theaters
Amazing.
now.
Yes.
Wow.
Jeremy Allen White is in the audience.
That was great.
Can I just say, what? Because you guys do this show all the time, and you guys like to watch people get up and sing is to me like that would scare the living
I would never do
shit
it.
out of me.
Oh my God,
you won't
The
catch
fact
me.
that everybody just did that so well is like unbelievable. How it's really amazing.
Truly great.
It is.
And they're not.
It is.
And on top of all of it, yes, they're in front of people singing a song that they wrote. Yes. Like, yes, it may have a familiar melody, but they wrote it. And it's like, that's even crazy.
Well, no, I actually have notes on the writing.
John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars has an average of 4.4 out of 5 stars, all right? There are 2,797 reviews. 69% are 5 stars. Yeah, only 3% are 1 star. And we start off with Stormy, maybe Stormy Daniels? Who writes, wish Ice Cube and Natasha Henstridge did a second one to follow up this one. I could have done without all that rock music, though, because after the first 45 minutes, it was driving me crazy. And I'm a big rock music fan. But that was a bit much. One person found this helpful. 5 stars. Great movie.
Can I read one?
You want to? Yeah.
No, I have one. I have my own to go. This one is from Ultra Girl 43.
I thought this movie was terrific. I didn't think it was weird at all that Statham had hair like that. I thought it looks really good and natural. I also thought for a first kiss he nailed it.
I feel like that may have been Jason Statham who wrote that.
You think he wrote that?
I don't know. It just feels like.
Also,
but it was
also
Ultra Girl 43.
The first audio second opinion we've ever had.
You know what? We can't judge it. It's the future. Patty Lisenby wrote this. My disc of this movie got jammed in the DVD player.
Yeah.
But
so
it still
sexual.
played the other movies. And after 2 months of unsuccessfully trying to get it out, I ordered this one. It arrived in good condition and on time. Just after the arrival date promised.
That's not on time. I want to be very clear. That is, in fact, not on time. It is 1 day late.
She was just downplaying the flashback.
But Patty goes on to say that when the disc did arrive, the Jam movie did drop down and came out. So I'm keeping that one in case this movie gets jammed. 5 stars, Ghosts of Mars.
What?
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Dan, I would like to go into that person's review history to see what they wrote for the DVD player.
I also feel like, why would you ever need to have 5 DVDs loaded up at any given note? Like, I get like CDs, sure. DVDs, no.
I didn't even know you could do that with DVDs.
I mean, it's more of a thing. Like, I remember like, people used to have cars where they're like, yeah, I put 10 CDs in the trunk. And then
that's awesome.
Yeah, you could
CDs, yeah, but
DVDs?
You're not going between movies, or are you?
Lie. I think this fucking idiot is putting DVDs
I kind of think too.
in a CD player and being like, how come movie no play? How come movie no play? Disc in machine.
I did.
I write review. I speak Martian.
I did have a 100 disc changer at one point. I had a 100 disc changer.
CDs. Yeah.
And you would put them all in like a big carousel, and it was.
So did you have to remember what was where?
You could type it in like T9, like ting 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 B.
That must have
ting,
taken
ting, ting, I,
a whole
ting,
week.
ting, ting, LL B. Like yeah. It was,
wow.
Yeah.
And this was a Discman?
This was a disc. I would carry it. I would carry. It was heavy.
It's like a
and
backpack.
It did need a plug.
Huh, you walked around with a backpack.
A backpack, and I need a power source too.
Yeah.
So
a car battery, I remember.
But
I remember seeing you on the subway in New York, and you had a car battery.
Yep. But if I wanted to switch from AC/DC to Weird Al, it was no big deal.
No problem at all.
Both
just took about 30 seconds.
Both in the A's.
I put it by the Y. Lois writes this. My company. Lois wrote this. My company made all the sweaters for this movie. 5 stars.
What? That I have so many. That's the kind of one I wish there was so much more to that.
I know.
So this was the sweater that you were.
Yeah,
I was
she
going to
must be
say
yeah.
obsessed with.
He was.
Hey.
I don't think it's. Let me be clear. I don't think it's the sweater. I think it's the sweater wearer. Va 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 voom.
Hey. I like a nice high quality sweater, which is why I always shop at Quince.
Lois must be so happy though that those sweaters held up through some serious.
I was.
Right.
Now, Lois, drop a link in here. Where is these sweaters?
Lois, send us some sweaters.
Get us in a sweater. CM writes this. I love this movie. Criminals and police come together to suppress the last native Martians. It demonstrates just how tough colonization can be. Ice Cube was perfect. I think John Carpenter should do a sequel and include Ice-T too. The Ice duo would be unstoppable. And I think they would both destroy Ghost Martians. 5 stars.
Wow. So
he's been waiting for this story to be told.
This pro-colonizer story.
Yeah.
Wow. So much to unpack in John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars. Would you recommend it is the question. I've watched it twice.
No. Yeah, it's so interesting. I mean, I absolutely hated watching this movie. I looked at the clock and I thought, June, just do 9 minutes and then you take a break. I was taking breaks. I was suffering through this.
But you see, when you were watching it and I walked in on you watching it, I was like, "Ooh, I'm missing some subtlety here. I need to rewatch it."
Now, and June, you watched this in the shower.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Over the course of several showers this last week.
Your showers, our water bill is extensive.
Yeah.
I mean, you put a desk in our shower now. MacBooks do not work well in showers.
I am also a no on this one. This one is joyless.
Yeah.
Especially for a John Carpenter movie. There's stuff here, and I do think for the episode, tune into some of the movie, absolutely, just to see the madness therein. But it's, being that it's such a obtuse plot, that I just, at the end was like, I don't know what this is in service of. This feels like a bunch of nothing. And as great as Cube was, and I'm always in for Cube.
Sure.
When he shows up at the end of the movie to take Natasha Henstridge out, and he shows up with new chrome guns, and now they're in like black leather dusters, I was like, oh, where was this movie? I'm into this moving forward from here. But the movie itself was really tough.
Yeah.
Now, what did Blank Check say?
Well, I was going to say, I can't recommend this movie, but I really can recommend the episode of Blank Check talking about this film. Jonah Ray is one of the guests.
That's a good listen. I like Jonah Ray.
He's great.
I like the Blank Check guys. I'll tell you this much. This movie is, I feel like what John Carpenter will say is, you didn't get it. This is a comedy. I guess I had to make the jokes bigger. And that, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he has said. I made a comedy, you fucking idiots needed it spoon-fed to you. But I think that that's like retroactive. I think that that's like Tommy Wiseau going like, yeah, it was always, the room was meant to be funny. I feel like the end felt like it was on tone. It's not a fun watch. It's not a fun watch, although I will say, if tune in for the action, no, not for that either. The action looks like something that you would see at a theme park stunt show.
Yes.
It looks like, I was watching this, I'm like, is this like, did they just hire the actors from Halloween Horror Nights to do like punches that are so broad? I'm like, Waterworld was spectacular. It's way better than this.
It looks like Halloween Horror Nights, but the maze is Mad Max.
Yes.
But they didn't license Mad Max. So it's like, it's an adjacent sounding thing. It's like bad Drax. Nope. There is a Drax. Forget that.
We worked really hard on all the stunt scenes.
I will say in
Oh, I have a question about the movie.
Yeah.
How come throughout the movie they do so much shooting, or shotguns, rifles, but then they seemingly run out of bullets and just use their machine guns and guns as bats? Okay, but then one scene later, shooting. Where'd they get the ammo? Why are they clobbering people with the guns?
Well, I think they were just saving bullets.
Okay.
I mean,
they were making a call based on who their foe was, whether they could knock them cold with just a baseball swing.
I will say the moment that really made me laugh the most in this film was when Ice Cube does like Leroy Jenkins. If you're familiar with that moment in pop culture history, this is something that happened online a handful of years ago. It's a game.
All right, thumbs up. Ready, guys? Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Oh my God, he just ran in.
Save him. Oh, geez, stick to the plane.
Oh, Jesus. Let's go.
Stick to the plane, Shove. Stick to the plane.
Oh, that is the moment. Just completely disregarding the plan and running into a room full of zombies. All right, well, that's a 4 no recommend. Sorry, Luca Guadagnino. But
it does make sense now why at the end of A Bigger Splash, the orca comes out of the pool and eats Dakota Johnson.
Well,
if you haven't watched that movie, everybody watch A Bigger Splash. Interesting. Now we're getting somewhere. 9:56. So everybody in the audience was like, "We are done."
Nick, you want to plug anything? You want to tell us anything we should be aware of?
Yeah, there's a blank check. Covers this podcast.
Oh boy! They're currently doing the Coen Brothers, and it is a dynamite series.
Cannot wait. Maybe 2 people will come back on it.
I'm gonna be. I'm starting to go out and do some dates around the country, performing around. So keep an eye out for some live dates.
And that is your jazz band.
Yes, this is my jazz band. It's me, Jeff Goldblum, and Jeff Goldblum.
Oh wow! I'm very excited. All right, so Nick will be on the road. June, Jason, anything you want to talk about?
Obviously, 911, the television event that I'm a part of, is still ongoing. And also, I know Plan C was in the lobby. And they're still, I think, passing out some literature.
Yes.
So please feel free to stop by on your way out. And you can learn about safe at-home contraceptive that can be mailed across many states. It's pretty amazing. So yes, thank you to Plan C for being here and for all that you do.
Jason?
I will continue to plug season 19 of Taskmaster. That is
great season.
Available on YouTube wherever you are. I'll also say I'm in a bunch of the next season 2 of A Man on the Inside, the Ted Danson, Mike Schur show that's on Netflix starting next month, as well as season 2 of Percy Jackson, which is coming back. If you want to see me scream at children, Percy Jackson season 2.
I'll also promote the movie I made with Adriana.
Oh, yeah.
Called I Don't Understand You is on Hulu now.
That's great.
I want to watch
and it might be a movie that one day you guys...
No.
You guys would do here on this show.
It's got a great Rotten Tomato score. People love it.
All right, well, I'll go see if the blank check guys want to check it out.
Oh, jeez. Thank you, everybody. That's our show.
That's a wrap on John Carpenter's Ghost of Mars. Love being back at Largo. Love doing live shows. And speaking of live shows, How Did This Get Made will be on the road in New York and Philadelphia. That's right, on the 7th and 8th. Check us out. But more importantly, see Jason and I in Boston, D.C., and New York doing Dinosaur, which is your favorite people from TV improvising on stage based on your suggestions. You can get tickets for our shows in Boston, D.C., and New York by just going to HDTGM.com. Our t-shirt design for this episode says Big Daddy Paul. To get that design on a t-shirt, a sticker, or a mug, or many other types of products, please click on the merch link at HDTGM.com. As always, if you have a correction or omission for this episode, leave me a voicemail at 619-PAULASK. Write a comment on our Discord at discord.gg/HDTGM, and I'll respond to your messages next week on Last Looks. Plus, Jason and I will be chatting with comic book legend Ed Brubaker, who claims to be a Ghost of Mars expert. So don't skip out on next week's Last Looks. And remember, if you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure you're subscribed to our feed and have automatic downloads turned on in the show settings. It helps us, and we appreciate it a lot. And last but not least, I got to thank our entire team for who the show could not be done without. I'm talking about our producers, Scott Sani, Molly Reynolds, and our movie-picking producer, Averill Halley, our engineer, Casey Holford, and our social media manager, Zoe Applebaum, as well as our intern, Quinn Jennings. That's all I got, people. See you next week on Last Looks. Bye for now.
Unplanned pregnancy is one of life's unexpected twists, and in this age of restrictions and confusing online information, it can be difficult to know where to turn. PlanCpills.org shares up-to-date information on options for abortion pills and virtual support in all states, with a focus on how people are getting pills by mail. The site also shares information on how people are getting pills delivered in advance to store at home in case of future need. Visit PlanCpills.org. That's PlanCpills.org to learn more. This message is offered as a public service of How Did This Get Made and Plan C, a 10-year-old nonprofit initiative.